disconnect in that, or to have, some type of streaming problem or something.
Okay, here we back. Yeah, sorry about that. My OBS, tool crashed. While we were away, Parsons has jumped up to second. Apologize for that.
Jumped up to second and then maybe had a disconnect.
Yeah, looks like he is disconnected, but as Watha continues to improve, he is up to, he remains in 8th. So it's currently Samard, Parsons, and Lemansky, your top 3. Let's see, Lemansky's parked it in the pits. Let's see what Houston can do here as he's about to start a flying lap.
Yeah, he's just
ugly.
Yeah, but you know what? That didn't cost him much time. You can bang off that curb and run over the grass and have it not cost you much time if you keep your foot in it. Sometimes you're going to crash and burn in a fiery bowl, yeah, but in this particular case, his time's still good. I was noticing that. I was making mistakes coming off there, just keeping my foot in it and being surprised by, well, that's okay, now that sucks.
I didn't even realize the qualifying session's already over. Wow. So, Houston's on a flyer. Moses has started one and has going to park it. So Houston's still on pace. I don't know. It doesn't look like he's going to be better than his current lap. Taylor, meanwhile, looking good. Feimster has been showing strong first sector times.
Yeah, Houston's done.
Session is over. Kevin Miller has improved. Good enough for 12th. See what Jake can do here. Uh-oh. He is just 2/10 behind in Sector 2. Jake with a very good-looking lap here. It's been a bit of a lockup. In the stadium section, he was losing a bunch of time here, but
gonna be breathing hard to hold on to it in the last couple of quarters.
Himself up to 4th. Not better.
Yeah, let's see, it's close out.
Let's see, Jake to the line. Ooh, to 7th, bumping Taylor down another spot, but still, great lap for Jake. He's just having a hard time in that final sector. Taylor, can he do anything about it? No. Looks like the session is over. Let's see, that's it. It's going to be Philippe Samard. Your pole sitter here tonight. With another great lap from the guy. I mean, his 5th pole of the season, along with 2 wins. Great job by Philippe. Well, let's see how that holds up here in the race. Parsons made it close, just over 2/10 off of Samard's best lap, and Lemansky right there in 3rd. So great showing by those 3. And a good showing for Moses. Positive showing for him. Up to 4th after what's been a miserable season for him.
Yeah, it's been pretty disastrous. That might be as good as Moses has qualified this season in 4th. Is that possible, Al?
I think he had a 2nd early in the season, but yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, absolutely. So. Good job. Kevin Lemansky continues a kind of very strong mid-season run here, qualifying in 3rd. And the second part of Aaron Parsons, John Houston, the T-Brock Dan Bam, that team. John Houston qualifying there in 6th is a great time. I really gotta mention Jesse Olsen. He settled with those 45 kilograms of weight finished only like 1.2, 1.3 seconds off in that fill and roll for Ian and the French connection. So really, that's damn fine time. Qualified 11, so pretty far back, but on a time basis, really pretty good.
Quick look at the points. Taylor leading with 108. DeGrasse got second with 102 points. Joe LaCour in third with 97. Lemansky right behind him in fourth with 96. And Samard in fifth now with 87 points. Team championship, Captain Clutch with 210. That's Taylor and DeGrasse. French Connection, Samard and Joe LaCour with 183. That's Olsen filling in for Joe LaCour tonight. Squeaky Wheels in third with 135. That's Jake. And Kevin Lemansky, they're looking good tonight. He's starting third and seventh. T-Brock Dan Bam fourth with 131. They also look good. Parsons and Houston. And Global Sites Taxi Service with 108 remain in fifth. That's Ekman and Gregory Myers, Brad.
It's really strange, Al, but I don't feel like any of those teams are like completely out of it. I mean, I don't know why that is, but it still seems like a very viable team championship, like quite a few places down. Yeah. I mean, am I wrong about that?
No. And these guys have been picking up points on Captain Clutch week after week, especially the French Connection. So gonna have to see how things shake up with the second half of the season starting tonight as with round 7 here at Hockenheim here at NAGP. It's been a great first half of the season, and just looking forward to this second half with some interesting tracks coming up this one and next week. A new track that we're going to be running. So it's exciting here on Monday nights, and it's going to be interesting to see how things shape up here. But let's run down the starting order for tonight's race, Brad.
Okay.
Let's see. It's going to be Philippe Samard starting in first, his fifth pole position of the season. Let's see. That's 5 poles. He's got... Now let's... never mind. So Philippe Samard's going to start on pole, followed by Aaron Parsons in second. Lemansky starting third. Chris Moses in fourth. DeGrasse starting in fifth.
Fellow Canadian John Houston will start in sixth. Jake Feemster takes seventh. Matt Taylor starts eighth. And John Wathen starts ninth. And David Zahn starts 10th. Had a good run here last time in the Jordan.
Olsen's going to start in 11th. Joel Ekman 12th. Miller 13th. Greg Myers in 14th. Sam Roll 15th.
David Rowley. Oh, back-to-back weeks for David Rowley in 16th. Golden Fox starts 17th. Dale Boggs takes 18th. Brian Story's in 19th. Iggy Chiordia takes 20th. And that's it. 20 starters tonight, Al. 20 of the finest.
Yeah, missing a couple guys. Chuck and who else? Chuck. Luke would lose out. Robbins, Omar. Nice by that. So the engines are starting to rev up here, Brad. Do you think Samard can hang on to this one?
40 kilos. I think it's the winner's going to come from back in the pack. Behind.
All right, we are green from Hockenheim. It looks like a nice start from the field as they enter into turn 1. Start so far. It'll be interesting to see how these guys handle the chicane coming up.
I like to see him slot in single file order.
Meanwhile, Parsons with the run on Samard going into the first chicane. This looks like it's going to be Parsons out to the early lead. Parsons got a run on Samard and took that spot away from Samard. These guys dicing back and forth. Looks like that's McGraw.
Casualty thus far, Al.
What a start from the field here, making their way into the center chicane. Ooh, but the ground ran it wide. Put up some gravel. Moses finds himself up to third.
Yeah, big news for him, and Aaron Parsons out front. I think that could spell trouble if you're somebody like Philippe Samard who wants to win this thing. Aaron Parsons
Samard on the hard tire.
Practice.
Failed to mention that.
Oh, yeah.
That may explain the lack of pace here early on.
Sure.
Ryan Story out.
Looks like Fox is out as well, Alice. I don't know what happened there.
All right, after one lap, it's Aaron Parsons, your leader. Train of cars behind Chris Moses. Taylor, Houston. Let's see, that's Taylor getting a run on Lemansky. DeGraw got a run as well. They're going to go side by side through the chicane. Lemansky's going to hang on to that spot. Side by side going in the Ost. Now you question if they can do it. Looks like they can do it, Brad.
Yeah. Kind of riding behind there and holding my breath a little bit.
Rally's out. See what the DeGraw can do here. You look, contact with Lemansky on the inside. And walking off.
Yeah, I think that was Joel Ekman, I think.
Someone took it heavy into the wall. All wags out. So DeGraw, Lemansky missed losing out on that battle with DeGraw. He falls back to seventh. These guys are running at a ragged pace here early on.
Yeah, 4 out in 2 laps. That's not so great for the drivers or for us. Yes, we said.
DeGraw now closing up on Chris Moses. Chris Moses on the hard compound. Oh, big oversteer for DeGraw. So the race is 30 laps. Guys to be able to go, 18 laps roughly on a full tank?
Well, you can go farther than that on a full tank, and the question is how far the tire's going to go, Al, and it makes a difference around here because they get kind of dicey. So don't expect the hards to go over something like maybe 20 at very outside most, and soft perhaps to 13, 12.
Here, Chiordia has already pitted and is a lap behind. He's in a tough spot. He is off. Doing a good job letting the field go by. Smart move by Iggy. On board with Ekman. The banking here through that Ost.
Yeah, very heads up. You saw Ekman actually crack the throttle there, allow Jake Beamster just to get in front of that the struggling car Biggie. So that was a very smart heads up move there by Bill.
Moses has lost 2 positions this lap. Taylor and DeGraw have gone by. Taylor, everybody on the softs except for Moses and Samard currently.
Well, it's hard to say. I mean, I've heard talk of 2-stop strategies possibly working. I've heard a lot of going along with the hards and doing a short stint with the softs. So, I don't know, maybe the guys on the hards now are just swapped to the softs. The guys on the softs now swapped to the hards. And so it could all come out completely even in the wash.
Look, fast lap in the race, 49.8. Now Houston started closing up on Moses into turn 1.
If we see somebody stop on lap 10, then you know that they're on 2-stop.
Samard, meanwhile, under pressure from DeGraw.
Samard really kind of planning his Lotus kind of right smack in the middle of the track. Kind of frown on that a little bit, but certainly did make it difficult for DeGraw to pick one side or the other.
Got a little bit of a lift there from DeGraw.
And I'm not saying you shouldn't
Should get a better exit here.
put your car in the middle of the track. You just maybe don't want to do it like every time. And he's not now, so there you go.
And he rockets past. His cameras are driving me crazy.
Oh. I stick with the onboard view a lot, so I don't know. Yeah, mark this. Oh, okay, so got a good run there through Austin with Shirley is able to keep better pace through the middle of the corner on the softs, right? So there you go.
Moses got to be careful here. He's coming under some pressure from Houston now. Entering the stadium section here, and he's got a boatload of cars behind him. Let's see, Mansky. Oh, Thiepser now. What a great start from Thiepser up to 7th. Both those teammates. Oh, Moses is sitting duck at the moment on the hard compound.
Yeah, and I guess with Mansky has gotten shuffled back. Did we see what happened with that, Al?
Yeah, he had that contact with the brother. Little incident with the brother.
Totally missed it.
Thiepser on the inside of Moses. Expect Mansky to get past here momentarily. This is okay if you're Moses. He's got his strategy. He knows these guys are going to be quicker off the start.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully he knows that.
John Martin's got to be careful here. Oh, and there's a look on the inside of Moses. Ekman's right there as well. Oh, Ekman nearly getting to the back of Moses. Moses, in a matter of 2 laps, has dropped to what? 7 spots? No, 6 spots?
Yeah, he's dropped a lot of spots. Now, as well as the benefit, if he takes it long and swaps over to the sauce, he will continue to pick up pace lap after lap after lap, right? As the fuel burns away, the car's going to hold up, the sauce on for the other guys are going to go away. So you do pick up pace, but it just must be maddening. Yeah, a bunch of your competitors are on the soft while you're on the hards. But we'll see. Moses might be thinking hards to halfway, which I don't know if that's going to be the way to go this race or not.
Samard is going to start coming under this pressure as well as, let's see, Taylor is starting to close up on Samard. Parsons again with such fast lap. Got a 5.5 second lead over Philippe.
Yeah, Samard not under the same type of pressure. He's able to maintain slightly better lap times than Moses on the hards. And so that has sure benefited Philippe Samard, starting a little further up the field, I guess, you know. I'm sorry, Al. I need a 60-second break. I will be right back.
Do your thing, Brad. So Houston's beginning to close up on Matt Taylor. The gap between Taylor and Samard is just a couple of seconds. Look at the lap times from Samard, 51.4 his last time by. Taylor, ugly lap, great. Had a best in the 50s. Houston 51 flat. Oh, Houston on the hards. I failed to notice that. Appears to be not suffering as much as some of these other guys. So different strategy between Houston and his teammate. See Joel Ekman running a 9, starting to close up on his teammate. We got Olsen and Greg Myers running side by side, entering the stadium section. And it looks like going to be advantage Jesse Olsen. So Olsen picks up a spot up to 11. Parsons, meanwhile, continues to get quicker lap after lap. setting fast lap.
Yeah, that's a good point. Do you see Ivy's note there about Houston being on the hards as well? The thing that's interesting about that is that he's holding pace with Taylor.
Ekman with the slingshot around Watson. Watson looking to counter Ekman smooth, but unable to. Ekman rocketing away.
That's definitely a soft versus soft battle. Oh, and those guys got past Moses too, huh? Is that just a straight up fight, or did Moses make a mistake or something?
Nope. These guys just work their way past.
No, it's a 51.8 last time by for Moses, and that's better than he had been doing. I mean, he was running in the 53s. That's flat out slow. 51 is definitely trending the right direction.
Oh, Ekman takes it wide and gets the spot right back to Watson. He's going to have to get back to work there. Together, Joel. Oh, meanwhile, Houston on the hard tire is not letting Taylor get away.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
These three. Taylor, Houston, and Jake closing up on Samard for a second.
All right there. It's clear at this moment the weight is having a bit of an effect. Houston not as much as Taylor, and of course neither of them as much as Samard. So they're all kind of coming together. But still, nonetheless, on the hard.
As Houston runs it wide, Jake right behind him, followed him up.
Houston definitely fastest of those on the hards, running a 50 flat basically last time by. That's good.
So for those running on a two-stop, I'd expect them to come in at lap 10, right?
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you? Sure. You take the minimum amount of fuel that way, and you spend the less amount of time heating up on the tires, right? Matter of fact, it could be, well, I don't know how much time they save for the fuel. It's not as much as the GT1, right? But could take extra fuel on the softs and still make up some time and some combination and save time on that two-stop. But anyway, I don't know that we're going to see any two-stops. We might, but it might not be only a couple.
The gap between Parsons and DeGraw is starting to shrink. It's now 4.8. DeGraw's last lap, 49.8. Parsons, 0.3 after running a 49.1, so might have been a little bit of a mistake from Parsons.
Speaking of mistakes, Matt Taylor does make a bit of one in the stadium section, and Houston momentarily has a bit of a look.
This could be Houston's race. I'm telling you, at the moment, he is quickest of the hard tires. And he's right there with Samard, who's also on the hards.
You know, well, Parsons does have the lead also. I know he's on the softs, but he does have the, and so, this is going to be interesting. the strategy options here as they play out. Look, we're going to know in no more than, let's call it 12 laps, we're going to start to get some indication, because they aren't going to be able to go any farther than that, the guys on the softs.
Moment there for Samard. Forward with John Houston. Taylor looking on the outside. With the pass made. This is important for Taylor. Trying to pull away. This is important now for Houston. He can get around Samard. He's going to be looking good.
That's exactly right. He wants to make us a position on track, sure. Oh, Philippe.
Had a look.
I'd say that's a little bit more aggressive from Philippe than we might ordinarily see.
He may understand what's happening here.
Yeah.
Really, I'm sure he's aware that Houston is also on the hards.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I had a sense that there was a little something coming from T-Brock Dan Bam in that practice session. I kind of looked up at their times, both of them, and went, they might have found a little something.
Or with Houston. Yeah, Houston not carrying any weight. You might be right. It could be an issue where weight is starting to play a factor here for Samard.
Yeah, clearly. Just not able to maintain the same type of lap time. But you would expect that to be the case with 40 kilos, right? I mean, it's not something that would be odd.
Ooh, Samard gives up the spot.
Yeah, I did expect it actually into the center chicane, but he did give it a good defense there, and it's reasonable enough. You're a bit of a fight, but he's not going to do it over. Just too much risk.
We're now with Jake looking to put Samard down another spot. Jake gets past. Let's see what Parsons does here. He is on the softs. Is he going to elect to pit? Try the two-stopper?
It's weird that they wouldn't stay on the same strategy unless it was like a really different strategy, right? I mean, why wouldn't both guys take the softs at the same time and the hards at the same time?
Merge from Parsons. He stays out. And DeGraw comes in.
Aha! Interesting. So, it's looking like that is a possible two-stop for Mark DeGraw. I don't think he's going to be able to stretch hards for 20 laps. From what I'm hearing, that's not going to happen.
Taylor stays out. Lemansky, all these guys staying out. Watson has elected to stay out. Moses is staying out. So DeGraw is in the pit. Somebody else is in there.
And DeGraw back on the softs. So that's definitely a two-stop for Mark.
So DeGraw gets out ahead of Chris Moses.
DeGraw needs not to be behind Chris Moses right now, I can tell you that.
DeGraw back out on the softs.
And I hope DeGraw
Jake has taken it off from 7th. Looks like he only lost one spot.
Yeah, I wonder the damage. I didn't run into anything.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Let's see if Parsons lets it come in now, or is he going to stay out? He's going to stay out.
Yeah, so I got to assume he's going to run as long as he can on softs, probably just another lap or two, and take the hards and be good to go. I hope that...
Taylor with a big moment takes it off. Taylor throws it off. And, man, I hope he wasn't looking to pit, because hopefully he's got enough fuel. Lemansky looking on the inside of Matt Taylor in a 1. Lemansky gets past. Characteristic mistake there from Taylor.
Yeah, it happens. It looked like it was somewhere around that Ost curve with the big kind of depression there. It looked like it probably upset the car. It's a tough little spot, part of the track. It's very difficult to get through there clean.
Yeah, where he went off was right at the pit entrance, so he was up the other side of the track, unable to get into the pits if he was hoping to do so.
Well, I don't see him trying to save fuel. I'm on board with him now, and it looks like he's revving it up as much as he needs to, so doesn't seem to be worried.
Alright, so if they're going to go 18 and 12, one stop, now's the time to come in.
Oh, boy.
Beckman has got Taylor take it off. I missed it.
It was a very kind of aggressive defend there. There's no contact, but Matt Taylor had to take to the grass to kind of avoid contact. His discretion is the better part of valor.
Parsons stays out. Beckman now up to 5th.
Nice run up for Joel Ekman. And, you know, all these guys now, at this point, I'd say definitely going to be slapping on the hards and a little bit of extra fuel, running the rest of the race distance. These guys that started...
The route is damaged. I'm sorry, he made some kind of mistake. He finds himself now back in 13th.
Uh-oh. A lot of these guys, Al, started on the sauce because they wanted to gain the advantage early. Right? They didn't want to get stuck behind and have other guys that started on the softs run out to a lead. Oh. Just thinking about coming into DeGraw, then he decided to stick it out one more lap, so. And I think what caught him out is there were a bunch of guys that started on the softs. Kind of unexpectedly, maybe? I don't know. Because, you know, ordinarily you'd like to run on the hards and save your fast stint for the short fill at the back end of things, not take your long fill early, right? Very interesting.
So looking at the gaps now, is Parsons with an 18-second lead over his teammate. So 21 and a half seconds up over Samar in third. Those two are running on the hards. Moses, not sure what happened to him, but he is back in 36 seconds behind the lead.
No, that's about where he's running. He had one bad lap in there. But other than that, he's been turning decent. Been checking in with them occasionally. So in the 50, big slide up there.
Yeah, but his qualifying, his race pace doesn't represent where he was in qualifying. He had a great qualifying.
No, his race pace early wasn't. He was running 53s and whatnot, and now he's on pace again relative to the rest of the guys on the hards. But those were disastrous laps. He ran like a bunch of 53s, and he had 58 thrown in there, and so that's honestly that's the whole reason why he's back. I mean, you have to base his time really based on where Samard is at, right? Both guys on hards, and he's 16 back of Samard. So
Taylor just set his best lap. So DeGraw was the earliest to pit on lap 10. These guys are still going on the sauce on lap 14. So I'm guessing it's going to be a one-stop on the sauce, Brad.
Yeah, they're going to... Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I guess yeah, that is a strategy option, and I hadn't considered going halfway on the sauce because everything that I had heard is that the sauce were going to give up on lap 12 or 13. There wasn't anything for it. So there you go. Hey, you know what, Al? I think they might be starting to lie to us a little bit.
It's possible.
You know? And you know, we're going to have to do something about that. That's all I'm saying.
All right, so as we're nearing the halfway point of this race, his laps quickly widening down. Parsons leading his teammates in second, 17 seconds behind. Looking good. You got to wonder, Houston will probably take it a couple laps deeper than his teammate. Jump out on the sauce, short of Phil. One stopping it, but it looks like the rest of the field, if Parsons just resets fast lap on lap 14 on the sauce. Yeah. Who is that coming out of the pits? That is DeGraw. Oh, had to make another stop to repair damage, and he rejoins in 14th.
Yeah, Lekmansky, Ekman
just made a mistake giving up a spot to John Watt.
I'm kind of shocked, Al, honestly. I'm super shocked these guys are just going to go halfway on the softs. I suspect that they're getting the softs are really getting super tough, man. But they just didn't want to give up that hard lap tire pace, so. So they aren't going to do it. But I think it's a risk. I bet those cars are getting dicey. Look, I ran a decent amount of laps out here. My lap 6 or 7 already. The softs were getting dicey, man.
Well, these guys have somehow found a way to make them work.
Yeah, I'm watching guys now, and you know what? The cars really are not very happy. They're definitely having to live with some soft tire struggles. But you know, it's going to be over here basically this lap. Everybody's going to come in.
Except for the hards. Those guys are going to stay out, I imagine. But
Good point. Yeah.
if they do come in, I mean, what is the point of taking the hards to start the race? Maybe they figure they're seeing these guys go 15th and diving now. Who knows?
Well, that's true, but if you don't like practice for it or prepare for it, kind of know what the tires are going to do, man.
Is coming in. So it's going to be a busy pit lane. Parsons, 24 seconds up on the next guy on the softs.
I'll be honest with you. I'm kind of disappointed that these guys aren't going to swap, kind of switch the tire compounds. Because then, won't quite come all back together the same way, right? Kind of pissed off at these guys.
So Houston takes over the lead. Oh, we had someone turn it around going into the pits.
Oh.
A few guys got involved there, trying to avoid it. Parsons is away. Let's see, Ekman's in. The whole field is in for the most part. Taylor, Lemansky, Ekman, they're all in. Let's see who gets away first from here. Let's see, where is Moses in all this? He is...
just now pitting.
Oh, he is coming in on the softs. I mean, from the hard tires halfway point.
Came in on lap. He was running ninth. Goes on to the softs.
And rejoins in ninth on the softs. So, yeah, interesting.
I think he just saw the score.
Yeah, strategy mistake there.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what I would have done probably. I would have gone, okay, well, I'll take the hard side and everybody on the softs.
Oh, Lemansky's got it turned around.
Uh-oh.
Teammate gets past. Yeah, a little bump the rear wing there on the tire wall. And coming under... Oh, no, it looks like that's a lap car. Looks like that's DeGraw. Yeah, that's DeGraw who got past. But DeGraw's out in an island right now. He came in on lap 10. Had to pit again after some damage. And not sure if he's good to go to the end. Mansky now having a look on the inside. Oh, DeGraw goes off. Big moment there for DeGraw. Mansky was on the inside there and looked like DeGraw tried to get around the long way.
Yeah, I don't think there was too much harm or foul there, really, but you don't ever practice setting up for that corner where DeGraw was setting up for it, right? So it's very difficult to get it right. You never go through there that particular way, and it's fast chicane, so it's difficult to get it right.
Miller comes in from fifth, so DeGraw's race coming apart.
Yeah, Samard, he has just kind of put his head down. Now running into the 49s on the hards, and of the hard runners, he's going to, so far, be looking to salvage the most, but he could still be dropped back, well, yeah, a little ways.
Yeah, Houston still looks like he's got pace. Oh, is that DeGraw again off? No, that's Matt Taylor, who had it turned around.
Ooh,
Noses
hard into the wall.
Into the wall. Oh, what a tough night for Captain Clutch as their night continues to come apart, and their team championship lead continues to dwindle, especially with Samard running in second and Olsen now running in ninth. Olsen right behind Matt Taylor. Taylor takes it off again. Aero damage, heavy into the wall. That might be game over. Oh yeah, he's got suspension damage.
Wow.
As he tries to come back on track, he is damaged and off pace. Caution, yellow flag.
That is the nature of the track, Al. I mean, it's a difficult place. It's high speed, and when you start jacking with those aerodynamics, it gets even tougher.
I'm not sure what happened to Ekman here, but he has found himself back to 12 behind Zahn, Myers, Miller. I wonder if Zahn maybe had it off. Samard now leading as Houston has pitted and has come out on the softs in third behind his teammate. And he's about 11 seconds behind his teammate, who is good to go to the end.
Yeah, and I think both those guys are going to jump Samard, right? You would think. So Wathan maybe could get Samard, but probably not.
Well, Samard,
with the short fill.
I think so. The gap between Samard and Houston was roughly 4 seconds. Samard's going to pick up some time on Houston just based on fuel delivery times.
Okay, sure. Gotcha. So it could be touch and go with Houston and Samard, is what you're saying.
Correct.
Okay.
But the story right now is John Wathan running in fourth, ahead of Jake Feemster in fifth. So as these front runners continue to make mistakes, Taylor a lap down, DeGraw a lap down. Moses running back in seventh.
Taylor's going to have a tough time even salvaging points. I mean, he's going to come out near, the last points paying position.
Oh, he is just now making his way into the pits.
Yeah, and with the repair time, right? So, ouch.
Samard is in. Okay, this is going to be it here between Samard. He's away. Where is Houston? Here's Houston now. And Houston's got him beat coming out of the pits. The gap is close. Samard definitely picked up some time on John Houston.
Yeah, we'll be a lot faster on the softs than he was on the hards for Samard. But now he does have a little extra fuel on board too, so it takes a few laps to get settled in. And it also is difficult, switching over from those hards and the heavy fuel load to the softs and the lighter fuel load. It takes you a couple laps to kind of remember how to drive the car in that configuration. It really does. But
running here in fifth, trying to chase down John Wathan. Go ahead, Brad. Sorry.
Houston is going to have to watch out here, I think, in a couple laps.
Well, we know how wide Houston can make his car, so it's going to be it turn out to be a difficult overtake for Philippe.
But a T-Brock Dam Bam 1 and 2, I mean, that's what they got staring on in the face, right? And they've been nowhere close to anything like that the first part of this season, so they got to be thinking about the big lift that'd give them.
The closest battle on track here between Jake and John Wathan, running fourth and fifth. Got a number of retirements here. Ballweg, Story, Rally, Fox out. Giordia, he's got his struggle. Oh, Jake throws it off! Throws it off. What a run. He may be enjoying. His teammate looks like he's going to get by. And who's that? Oh, that is the lap car of DeGraw. So loses just one spot to his teammate. So not as bad as it could have been.
Crazy race. I mean, the points are just swapping around all over the place, lap after lap. It's just head swimming here. Olsen continues to pick up ground for the French connection. I mean,
as Moses throws it, makes a mistake, and gives up that spot to Olsen.
Are we 72 or whatever it is, a T98. What the hell? What's going on here?
Apparently, a lot tricky to drive when you take all the wing out of these things.
Crazy.
Now Olsen up to 7th, doing a great job filling into for Joe Lacour. Followed by Moses. Miller, well, you see the battle right there. Oh, Moses takes it off. That was huge. That was big.
You gotta be feeling so low right now. That was
I wonder, a big hit.
And honestly, you know, I don't know how much running Moses had on the softs. It really does make a big difference trying to adjust to the different configuration of the tires and the extra grip. I mean, you're running at least a couple seconds a lap faster. You can. But that doesn't mean the car is like super safe. There goes Myers by for 9th. The points change all the time. I'm trying to keep up with all the team classification points. It's impossible.
Yep, well, Greg just got by. Because that has his hands full.
The global taxi service, they're kind of back in the mix that, you know, they're doing something here tonight too.
Keep an eye on that gap for second. Remains at 2.5 seconds. Let's see, last time by for Houston 49.7, Samard 49.8. So those guys running nearly identical lap times. Let's see. Ekman, Miller about to, as Miller makes a mistake and Ekman gets past. Moses dives into the pits.
Wow, so he's not going to live with the damage. Can't hardly blame a guy for it. Actually, halo damage got fixed pretty quickly, so I think actually the damage, it doesn't take stupidly long. It changes from season to season, so it's easy to get lost.
Yeah, that's a good point by Gup on the broadcast watching. Let's see, is Olsen, Olsen pitted. So he comes out on the soft, so I gotta wonder, he's very deep, who knows?
Maybe he ran a 2-stop we failed to notice or something.
And he comes out in 11.
Yeah, I think it's a 2-stop strategy for Gizzy. Which is not really a bad strategy if you're a little kind of unsure. It's kind of the safest, best pace, you know what I mean? In terms of on-track pace, anyway.
I tell you, Parsons has just put together an unbelievable drive up to this point, going halfway on the softs and has checked out. He is nearly 10 seconds up on his teammate, who is running in second. And slowly, Samard starting to chew into that gap Houston has. Hopefully Houston doesn't focus on his mirror.
You know, I saw these guys all start on the softs. Started the race, they're all being super careful, like, okay, it's almost impossible to make these softs go halfway. And then they did it, and they're not around traffic, and now they're like, okay, well, now I can push. I have some laps in, but you get that fuel load back on board, and I think really that's what we're seeing. It's like, okay, I can relax a little bit, I can push a little bit now, but really you just kind of can't. You still, with the fuel load and everything, right? You still have to protect the tires. I think they're pushing too hard.
Oh,
just relax.
Miller. What's going on there? Miller dives into the pits late.
How are you catching absolutely every single bit of action going on out there, Al? You're on point tonight.
I just do what I can. I get a feeling sometimes when things are about to happen.
God. Scary good.
All right, so let's see. Olsen now up to 10th, running in the top 10. David Zahn in 9th. As Miller has pitted. Ekman and all this. Yeah, he's back up to 8th. So had some late shuffles there after guys finally settled in for their pit stops. As Houston now set fast lap of the race with a 49 flat.
Yeah, 7th and 8th for the global taxi service guys. T-Brock Dan Bam running 1 and 2 right now. this is, you know, there's some teams down in the order really shaking things up here.
Houston stretches out that gap over Samard.
Yeah,
Samard must have to have seen that. Must be one of the hit that's flying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it has held pretty steady, right? Some 3 seconds, 3-4 seconds, something like that. But I guess I wasn't really thinking it is. I mean, Smart does have a boatload of weight on, right? So, and Houston obviously was looking very fast. Maybe as telling, I think, is that Houston hasn't given up really any time to Parsons in front. Both those guys, and that's what kind of struck me about it when I saw them in practice. They're both like running really fast, which is kind of odd from those two. It's usually like one or the other.
Jake, after his mistake, has gone back past his teammate. So I think Jake may be, let's see, 50. I think Lemansky let him pass. Jake appears to have better pace than his teammate. And Moses now sets his personal best lap of the race from 11th. So still on the lead lap is Moses, but back in 11th position.
I mean, I think if you're Chris Moses right now, you're probably seething, but you know, so far you haven't gotten taken out. The only bad luck you've had is kind of the bad luck you've created for yourself, which sucks. But at least it was a race determined by your own merits, and so at least there's that.
Let's see. It looks like Olsen may be smelling some blood in the water here as he's closing up on David Zahn. Should be an interesting battle here for the 9th spot. Right on board with Jesse.
Yeah, not doing any damage at all for the French connection tonight. It was actually looking like we missed that two-stop strategy from him, but shoot, you know, you take a top 10 from your substitute driver, especially when, honestly, Al, he was looking a little lost last night, so glad to see him up here running pretty well in the top 10.
Olsen for sure has better pace, and you can see him already starting to close up here on David Zahn.
Yeah, Zahn had that, didn't he finish in the top 5, 4th or 5th last time we ran here in the Jordan or something? I remember he had that pretty good race relative to...
I do not recall, sorry.
Yeah, something, oh, yeah, whatever. Something like that.
Well, we have run here a few times, however, not this particular layout, so...
Gotcha, sure.
But this race, only 6 to go here. Parsons continues to lead. We're following Olsen, trying to reel in David Zahn. Gap between Houston and Samard has pretty much been the same. Actually, it's increased slightly. Houston over Samard. Wathan running on his own here in 4th. Jake trying to close the gap up, but we're running out of laps here.
Yeah, I would say Wathan's looking pretty good for that 4th spot, but I mean, we saw all those mistakes come right after the stops, and really up until the last 4 or 5 laps, really. So I don't think you can kind of count your chickens, as it were, just yet. I think these guys are going to have still kind of maintain some pretty good concentration these last few laps. I mean, it's the curbing and chicane. If you do take them wrong, everything goes pretty well until you take things just a little tiny bit wrong, and then they all of a sudden go like a lot wrong.
So Olsen has now caught up to David Zahn. This is just a matter of time here before Olsen gets past. Moses 10 seconds behind these guys. Olsen with a late stop a couple of laps ago. Running up to 7th, but so great result nonetheless. Should he finish where he is?
Yeah, clearly, and it's obviously going to be a pretty good tire advantage, I would think, over Zahn. Surely, don't let lap Zahn stopped on, but surely would not have been as late as Jesse Olsen. No, in fact, Zahn stopped at whatever it was, 17 or something.
So Myers' teammates Greg Myers and Joel Ekman running 7th and 8th, holding serve right now. Looks like Ekman has better pace over Greg, 49.9, best lap for Joel. Let's see Greg give up that spot to his teammate here in a few moments.
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, Ekman is placed pretty darn well, really, in the single drivers championship, 7th or 8th thereabouts. It's pretty damn good.
Olsen now really uptight here on David Zahn. Gets a run here into the stadium. It looks like he may. He's ambitious. He should be able to get it done. Will Zahn give it up? He's going to have to. Nice pass there from Jesse. I don't think Zahn has an answer. Jesse's just got better pace. And you can see him already starting to pull away.
Yeah, David Zahn, he was showing some pretty good signs, I would say, the last season or two. I'm not going to call this season a regression, but I would say it has not been a progression, right? I mean, I think we did see kind of a progression the last couple seasons from David Zahn, but not backsliding, but I would say kind of plateaued this season. So hopefully be moving more the other direction toward the second half of the season for David Zahn.
Trying to get a toe off Olsen here, but not close enough. Lemansky's gone back past Weaver, so looks like that's a shift for points. Kevin is in the mix there for the Drivers' Championship, so smart play there from those two guys. As Samard continues to fall off here, he is now 4 seconds behind Samard. I mean, ahead of Samard. I don't know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Yeah, Houston.
Houston, yeah. We know what you're saying.
Well, right now, it has just been a total domination here from Aaron Parsons. Oh, someone's off track. That is Chris Moses.
Oh.
Who looks like he has thrown it off once again into the barrier.
Boy, he had somehow held on to the tail end of the lead lap until that mistake. I mean, not that he's kind of out of the competition index, but, always wants down the lead lap if he can. This to me looks like the rears are overheating, frankly, is what it looks like to me. It looks like they're kind of at the overheated stage where they just don't have any adhesion at all, right?
Yeah, and probably doesn't have the car set up to go as long on those soft tires, and the way he likes to slide the car around, there's no doubt that is not working out for him.
All right. Yeah, John Houston now is picking up a bunch of time on Aaron Parsons. It kind of was coming down a little bit, and all of a sudden it's come down a lot.
You gotta wonder if they want a photo finish here, a 1-2 across the line. I hope
that's what it is.
Photo finish. So Parsons' last few laps in the 50s. Last lap was a 50.7, 49.5 for Houston. And Samard a 50 flat. Yeah, you can see him right there in the distance. Working lap 28 of 30.
Aaron definitely really doesn't appear to be in fuel saving mode, extending the gears out to the rev range, but just drop there for a second. Either that or now he understands that he just simply can't make it at all, so he's got to push.
Moses rejoined. I think that was his 4th stop, maybe? No? 3rd?
Yeah, why not at this point? Take a break, grab a Pepsi.
try to grab the fast lap of the race.
Oh yeah, there you go, sure.
So Ekman still behind his teammate.
Yeah, those points are close. Look, we've seen Myers actually not give up spots to teammates ahead in the driver's classification. It's been a long time, but we've seen him not give up those spots in the past. One memorable occasion when it kind of cost him a championship.
Oh, A1 ring.
Yeah. So one notable time at least. Well, Parsons did not come in, so apparently they're going for the photo finish, which is great. I was really worried there for a second, actually.
I think they're good to go here. About 29 or 30. The quickest races of the season, which I thoroughly enjoy. Gets me in bed by 11 o'clock.
Yeah, we could all use that from time to time. Man, what a shot in the arm for Aaron Parsons and John Houston. These guys need something. You know, they started to kind of get things rolling a little bit. The results started coming, but not really. This is going to be a big boost, and it's about time. And like you said, it is just half the season, right? So if they perform the second half of the season more like this, or more like they didn't in the first half of the season, they're going to be in great shape.
Here's a notable thing here. So Parsons is going to pick up a bunch of points. I wish I had a telestrator where I could circle.
Have to work on that.
Look at positions 13 and 14. Well, I should say 12 and 14, as Moses has just given up 12 to Taylor, but still, 12 and 14, Taylor and DeGraw.
Big hit.
Way back. Parsons, Houston, that team's going to pick up max points here tonight. And Samar just sets fast lap of the race. Samar's going to pick up points on Taylor, Lemansky's, pretty much the whole field. Aside from Joe LaCour, who is not here tonight. He's going to move up.
Well, it's full-on gut check time for Captain Clutch, no question about it. They had been showing some signs of some fractures in that facade, and yeah, it really crumbled tonight. I have to say, it happens. Those mistakes happen, and sometimes they even happen to both guys at the same time. But yeah, you don't want it to be a trend, and more importantly, you don't really kind of want that crap getting in your head, right? So. They'll be able to let this one go.
Well, it's going to move Taylor behind in the competition index, and it's going to put Lemansky all alone. As long as he finishes the final lap, it's going to put him by himself on top and the leader, completing every lap so far this season. So Aaron Parsons entering the stadium section for the final time. Looks like Moses is slowing. Is slow. I'm not sure what's going on, but nonetheless, it's going to be a photo finish here between these guys. Moses pulls it off. Aaron Parsons is going to, big walk up there into the final corner. Aaron Parsons is going to take the win here with his teammate right behind with a photo finish. Samar takes third. Great run by T-Brock Dam Bam. John Wathen with a fantastic drive here tonight. Didn't get much airplay, only because he was pretty much running by himself the whole night, as he doing his best to give away that spot, throwing it off in the stadium section. But it looks like he is going to come around and finish in fourth. It's a great drive from Bobbin Lemansky and his teammate. Great result with squeaky wheels tonight. Lemansky comes home in 5th. Jake Feemster had great pace tonight. Looks like he's got some damage. Looks like he had an issue there in his final lap, but he's going to come home in 6th. Let's see, Greg Myers going to hold off his teammate here for 7th. Myers and Ekman 7th and 8th. No team orders for this crew.
Joel may not have mentioned it. I might have.
Jesse Olsen with a solid 9th, and David Zahn, last car on the lead lap.
Well, it's not that actually. It's not that far off of those points. Ekman, he is now obviously the way it worked out.
Let's see, who won this race? Oh yeah, Ezra. Let's see. Let's bring him up here if we can. Here we go. Aaron Parsons, you copied.
Well,
What a tremendous race you had tonight. Pretty much dominated. We were kind of speculating what the strategy would be. We got some, we got some intel ahead of the race, but we didn't expect the soft tires to last as long as they did. He had a nice qualifying session, finishing just behind Samard and sat on the front row. But I mean, you got ahead of Samard on that opening lap. You started on the hards, you took off, and you just checked out. I mean, you had nearly 20 seconds up on him and your teammate after your first stop, and then after that, it wasn't even close. You had 10 seconds, and then I noticed that his time started winding down there at the end, looking at that photo finish, I suspect. But great drive.
thanks. I think I had the best strategy for sure for this race because the car was just fast. Even though I wasn't driving that great, I made quite a lot of mistakes. I was a little bit under practiced for this race because the past few days have been kind of busy. But yeah, just kind of a little bit of luck, a little bit of other players, other drivers had a lot of weight at this track.
Well, yeah. Regardless of all the weight situation and everything else, I mean, you had to drive the car well. Clearly, I'm wondering if the softs just seemed okay, and so you just kind of kept going. And then also, so I was wondering about that, but also looking at the kind of the pre-race warm-up in practice, right? Both you guys are fast. Houston and Parsons are fast. I'm like, okay, wait a minute, something different's going on here. It's usually one or the other that we've seen over the course of the season, but not both. I'm like, okay, these guys might have found something here tonight. Have you guys found a little something to kind of finally right this ship and come back to the second part of the season a bit stronger than you have in the first half?
I wish we had. We haven't really. I kind of stumbled on a pretty decent setup like quite a few days ago, and John's put in a lot of practice, which definitely paid off for him this race. Yeah, this track was really difficult to drive. The chicanes were absolutely terrifying every single time, kind of reminiscent of Ennepegusa. But yeah, I wish we had, but we're kind of just incrementally improving a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, well, it brings you right back in the mix here for the drivers' championship. Taylor, DeGraw with a rough night, both finishing a lap down, scoring some points for sure, but not as many as they were hoping. Single digits, I believe, but between the two of them. But I mean, it's got to be looking good for you starting the second half of the season. It is a long season, and still, bunch of races left to run. How you feeling in terms of the championship? You think you might have a shot at this still?
Maybe. Kind of need some things to go the right way, I guess. John and I will keep working hard, try and do a lot better in the next few races.
Well, congratulations, Aaron. Good luck next week at Osterreich. I'd ask you about it, but be honest with you, I haven't even seen it yet, and I don't even know if you've
No
done
idea.
it. So it's a big mystery to everybody, but that's what will be next week. So, um, good luck.
Awesome.
Good luck there next week, and congratulations again.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Oh man, it was a pretty interesting run there. Pretty dominated by Parsons, but further back, Brad, all kinds of action, and man, Taylor, DeGraw, really tough night for those guys.
Yeah, it was a flurry of kind of accidents there in the middle part of the race that kind of, I don't know about you, it had me a little speechless and kind of trying to get my bearings through the rest of the race, right? Who's running where and what the heck is going to happen? Look, we know one thing. Um, Aaron Parsons and teammate John Houston, they had a great night. Philippe Samard didn't hurt himself, really, in his point situation. And Squeaky Wheels picked up some nice points, as well as the Global Sites taxi service. And so some of those bottom teams, they took advantage. Everybody basically took advantage, right? At Captain Clutch Racing, the French Connection did as best as they could do with their substitute. Jesse Olsen put in a good ride, and that's all that's all you can expect going into a race, is giving it your best attempt. I think everybody did that with the exception of Captain Clutch.
All right, well, that's going to do it for us here tonight. We're going to be back next Monday from the Osterreich Ring. It's first time running there for this league, for the Monday cars, the league in general. So we'll see how that one plays out. 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll be back this Thursday night for round 7 of our GT1 league from Magello. So 9 o'clock Eastern for that one as well. So hopefully you guys can tune in for that. Until next week, Brad, thanks, and hope you guys enjoyed it and have a great night.